Okay, now that we've gone over the vocabulary, we are going to listen to the track. So, for this activity, there are 3 options for each question. You have to complete the sentence correctly. So, number 1 is already done for us. Karina thinks the green curry is the sourest, the spiciest, or the mildest. So we will hear that it is the mildest. Number 2, Karina likes food that is mild, sweet, or sour. Chris is eating, making a drink, cooking. Richard thinks Tony's food is the cheapest, okay, the worst. Anna thinks Cantina's food is the sweetest, the spiciest, the most interesting. So now we're going to listen, and we're going to listen together once. We'll listen a second time, and then after the second time, we will go over the answers together. ¿Listos? Ready?
9. Listening number 1. Karina, which dish do you like the best?
I like the green curry dish. It's milder than the soup.
Do you like spicy food?
No, I don't. I like sweeter food.
Listening number 2.
Chris, what's next in the recipe?
5 peppers.
Really?
Wait, 2 peppers.
That sounds better than 5.
Listening number 3.
Anna, want to eat out tonight?
Sure, at what restaurant?
Tony's, their food is the best.
I like the Cantina better. Their food is spicier.
But Tony's is the cheapest.
Okay, one more time.
Track 9. Listening number 1. Karina, which dish do you like the best?
I like the green curry dish. It's milder than the soup.
Do you like spicy food?
No, I don't. I like sweeter food.
Listening number 2.
Chris, what's next in the recipe?
5 peppers.
Really?
Wait, 2 peppers.
That sounds better than 5.
Listening number 3.
Anna, want to eat out tonight?
Sure, at what restaurant?
Tony's, their food is the best.
I like the Cantina better. Their food is spicier.
But Tony's is the cheapest.
Okay, so I'm going to go over the answers now. So we already know Karina thinks the green curry is the mildest. Karina likes food that is mild, sweet, or sour. She likes sweeter food. Okay. Chris is eating, making a drink, cooking. I think he's cooking because they are talking about a recipe and peppers. Okay. Richard thinks Tony's food is, he says, the best. But then later in the conversation, he also says it's cheaper, the cheapest. Okay. Anna thinks Cantina's food is the sweetest, the spiciest, the most interesting. She says spiciest. Okay. Now we are going to look at this area right here. So we have questions to ask. Which is the spiciest? Which is the most delicious? We can also say things like, which is the sweetest? Which is the most delicious? For example. Okay. We can also say things to answer this question. So we're comparing, but to answer, we can say the curry is the spiciest. So if our question is, which is the spiciest? The answer would be whatever is the spiciest. Maybe the curry or this dish is the spiciest. Or we might say, which is the most delicious? The curry is the most delicious. Or which is the sweetest. The cake is the sweetest. So we've already looked at some comparative adjectives before. We have bad, worse, the worst, good, better, the best, mild, milder, the mildest. So we add ER when comparing and EST when something is the most of something. Delicious, more delicious, and the most delicious. So we just add the EST when it's a short word. If the word has 3 syllables or more, delicious, 3 syllables, then we say the most. So delicious, more delicious, the most delicious. Or more examples of a regular one. We have sweet, sweeter, the sweetest. We have another word that has more than 3 syllables or more in it in our vocab. That word is interesting. So to practice 3 syllables or more, we say interesting, more interesting, the most interesting. Okay. Now we are going to practice. You can use the chart on the other page to complete this activity, but we are going to compare. And you have to choose if it has 3 or more, then you will say more delicious or the most delicious. So now we are going to practice. Okay, you can do this activity by yourself and then go over it with me. So pause now if you want to complete it by yourself. We have bad, worse, worst, good, better, best, spicy, spicier, the spiciest, or just spiciest. Mild, milder, mildest, salty, saltier, saltiest. Remember from last week that when a word ends in Y, like salty or spicy, when we change it to more or most, it changes to an I, spicier or saltier, spiciest, saltiest. We write them with an I instead of a Y. Okay. Sour, sourer, sourest, short, shorter, shortest, long, longer, longest, light, lighter, lightest. Let's see here. Lightest, lighter. And then darker or dark is what they want to say here. Darker, darkest. Okay. Now we are going to pause, and in the next video, I will explain more activities.